Hey guys, this is Sean with Elite Outsource Team here. Just want to record a quick video summarizing the differences between VA that you'd hire on Upwork or Fiverr, and then VA that you might find with a staffing agency. So it really comes down to two things: accountability and support. On Upwork and Fiverr, you really have no legal recourse. They don't, other than maybe to ban them, right? They're not really incentivized to provide a lot of oversight in terms of accountability. Agencies are incentivized to keep their VAs accountable to the roles, the functions, the responsibilities that their clients have given them, right? So you as a client, potentially your safety net comes in with you kind of have a network of support, a network of accountability, right? It's not just used for the versus the VA, right? If you guys just differ on something, and it becomes an area where you're both digging in your heels, you have us as a resource to kind of come in, mediate, and work through the problems with you guys, rather than just, we'll just call it quits and go find somebody else. And a lot of times we can help. It's not just an issue of differences. A lot of times there's communication differences, there's cultural differences here and there. But that's rare, but it does happen. So that can be a very valuable resource. Okay. So Upwork, they really, like I said, they have no legal recourse if there's an issue of them doing something unlawful. Upwork and Fiverr, they get a cut of fees paid, but they actually, they don't offer any additional benefits for that. So that's kind of weird. They're not bad. Those services are there for a reason, right? For people starting out, for a new, self-employed business owner starting out, might be a good place to start off getting help, right? It's not. I've hired people from both places, so I'm not going to knock them. They have a good service, and it provides value for certain businesses in certain situations, right? But if you are at a place where you have multiple employees, your revenue's over $1 million, generally speaking, and you're trying to go from $1 million to $2 million or $2 million to $4 million, right? You're trying to double over the course of a couple years, 2-3 years, and you want to make your company just more profitable and sellable and scalable. Upwork and Fiverr are not going to be the best solutions for that. You're going to want to find an agency, and we're not the only agency that's good. There's lots of other good agencies around, but it comes down to finding a good agency that can help you source good quality candidates, right? They have experience matching candidates, VAs, to skill sets. You don't, right? Probably. Your skill set is in whatever your zone of expertise is in, right? Whether it's sales, auto glass, body shop work, insurance, whatever your business is, right? You could be selling coffee makers. That's your zone of genius. Your zone of genius is not going out and finding virtual assistants. That's an agency's zone of genius. So I try to lean on experts for specialties like that. If there's somebody that's really good at something, I'm going to find them and have them do it, because they'll do it way faster, more effectively, and cheaper than I will. Business 101, right? Okay, so Upwork, they also will charge taxes. Agencies offer VA generally more benefits, which keeps them a bit more secure, loyal, and consistent, right? VAs through staffing agencies often last a lot longer than through Upwork, because through Upwork it's more of a side hustle, right? They're trying to hustle through more and more gigs. It's a gig platform, not a staffing platform necessarily, right? Agencies, they can verify what's on the resume, that it's true. There's no way to verify those things through Upwork. Through an agency, we can get referrals. We can ask for client references. Philippine companies ask to provide clearance, proof of employment. We can do that, right? If there's a company, a staffing agency that's a bit more local to one of those countries, right, we have resources to validate their legality, their experience, their skills, right? And then when it comes to support, agencies offer a lot of times more, at least we do, software, infrastructure, support, guidance for the VA themselves. So, for example, task board, time tracking, AI companion tool, right? A VPN, a company email for us, and then you can give them a company email for you too. But that just gives them just more resources to do the work well. We've even bought a VA. As a business owner, I've bought my own VAs for my own companies and iPhones so that we have iMessage. Even though we use maybe WhatsApp or Slack, right? I still wanted to have a couple of them to have an iPhone that we could just iMessage back and forth, just so speed of communication was there. And we also have helped navigate problems like when there's weather issues. We'll get them a redundant or a backup internet source, a backup power generator, right? So that there's no downtime. If there's downtime through Upwork or Fiverr, they're just out, right? If there's a storm overseas somewhere and it knocks out power, or if there's a government internet shutdown for whatever reason that happens over there, they're not just out of work for a whole day or two. Sometimes that happens. So having an internet backup, having a power source backup, those are, again, all the tricks of the trade, right? But those are some value add items to consider when you're trying to build a team of virtual assistants, a team of employees, a team of workers and partners with you in your business. It's really important to make sure you're doing it well and doing it effectively, and finding some ways to really build a robust, secure base of workers who don't want to go anywhere, and their work is able to be done very effectively and very efficiently, right? So even dual monitors, depending on the role, we'll get them a separate monitor for that role, those functions that they need to do. If that's going to increase their speed by 50% or even 100%, sometimes that'll happen. So tools, support, software, whatever is necessary to help you get the job done, that's what we're here to provide. And sometimes those are covered by us. Some of those things they're covered by the client. So we're not saying that all those things are done by the agency, but we're going to at least find the problem and say, oh, here's a solution. This would be what I would recommend. You do it and execute, and problem solved, right? You're like, oh, I would not have even thought about that, right? I had that situation come up one time on my own. So wanted to just run through that real quick. Hope that helps. Let me know if you have any questions. See ya.